So, this update is really spicy for mining, hence me making 2 entire videos on it. I could really milk it and make 3 videos, one about this new meta, one about the Ruby mining buff, and one about the other changes, but that's just kinda scummy in my opinion. So, I've decided to make 2 videos, which is still a lot, but oh well. One in the Ruby mining buff, and one in this meta that also covers the rest of the changes. With that said, to start off the video, I'm going to go over the changes to mining with the new update. First off, we have the fact that Bal affects mining wisdom. This is pretty cool, I guess, buffs the strat I'm about to show you, but it only gives about 7 mining wisdom, which is utterly incomparable to the Silverfish's 30. Next, the Bal was buffed to affect every mining fortune and mining speed source, and I went over it in my last video how good that is. As most people already know, the Scatha's perks were changed and one was added. The epic scatha now receives the wormhole perk, which essentially nerfs cobble grinding by 25 fortune, but that's not a huge deal. The legendary scatha now also gets a plus 20% gemstone powder perk, which is additive with powder buff. This is pretty cool if you're rich going into powder grinding, and it's nice that you get more gemstone powder while gemstone mining, but it's otherwise pretty negligible. The Mithril NPC price was also lowered to 8 coins from 10, which is really sad to see as Mithril mining already didn't make very much unless you were pet leveling, but the admins probably deemed it necessary to combat macroers. With the new wisdom system, mining experience gain has also been lowered as a whole. It used to be that some things that gave bonus experience were additive and some were multiplicative, but now they're almost all additive, with the only multiplicative bonuses being the Bal's Made of Lava perk and the Booster Cookie's skill experience buff. With Silverfish, this ends up lowering mining experience gain by about 9 to 10%, which is pretty unfortunate. The Pioneer Pickaxe, my beloved, is also bugged, and instead of giving plus 9 mining wisdom from Refined, it gives plus 6. Seriously, admins. Also, our dear front-loaded bug was patched. Rest in peace. Finally, the Snail Pet's mining fortune bonus cap was lowered to 150 from 400, which I really see no reason for, but it definitely makes me glad I got 5 million netherrack collection when I did. Alright, now that that's over with, I can talk about the meta that this update caused. This is an expansion on Crystal Hollows Mithril, and if you don't know what that is, I'd highly recommend watching my previous video on it. I made 5.6 million EXP per hour with the old version of this method, but with the new one I've hit 7.2 million EXP per hour. These aren't even close to max rates either, as I'm not exceptionally skilled at these methods. So, the way this variation of the method is different is that it takes place in the magma fields to utilize the Bal's buff. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, doesn't the Bal pale in comparison to the Silverfish when it comes to mining wisdom? And the answer is yes, but the Bal has one key advantage here. It allows you to instantly mine the green mithril on a mining speed boost. Yes, instantly mine. Let me go over how the Bal works in relation to the mining speed boost. If your speed boost says that it will give plus 300% mining speed, then the Bal's Made of Lava perk will buff that like it does with your other stats, to plus 345% mining speed. So, if you have plus 400% mining speed, then it will give you plus 460% mining speed. This means that you need 8,572 base mining speed to be able to instantly mine the green mithril on a mining speed boost. To get that kind of speed, you need a nearly hypermaxed setup. To even use the refined reforge with this, you need a Devon's drill. This makes this method really inaccessible, but it's still a meta for those who can do it. Since you'll also be using Bal for a decent portion of your mining, this isn't great for pets leveling either. So basically what I'm saying is that this is only viable for insane people like Makash and RVVL who are hypermaxed and also don't care about pet leveling. The Heart of the Mountain tree you'll want to use is the one I'm using, which is being shown on screen. You'll notice a few odd things. First, the reason for having 2 abilities is that their cooldowns are independent of one another. You just have to go into the Heart of the Mountain menu to swap them. This means that when mining speed boost is ready, you can actually swap to and then use Picobulus to break a bunch of blocks, and then swap back to and use mining speed boost to instantly mine. I also don't have mining fortune too, because this method really doesn't make too much money as is, and it isn't meant to. It's just meant for mining experience, and you'd have to sacrifice too much experience just for that extra fortune. With that said, there's still more to this meta. Since the silverfish still gives more EXP per block than the bow, you want to use the silverfish when you're not using your mining speed boost. To efficiently swap between them, I've made 2 pet rules. One, that on fishing cast it summons my bow pet, except if it's already equipped. The second, that on fishing cast it summons my silverfish pet, except if it's already equipped. This makes it so that I can swap between the 2 pets just by casting my fishing rod. So, when my mining speed boost is ready, I swap to Picobulus, use Picobulus, swap back to mining speed boost, cast my fishing rod to summon my bow, use mining speed boost, then once my mining speed boost expires, I cast my rod again to summon my silverfish. I also use notifications, which is a Skytils feature, to make sure I actually see the messages and remember to swap pets. When you have your silverfish pet equipped, you are gaining heat because you don't have the bow's immunity. Equipping the bow will not reset your heat, and they will not balance out either. So, I use water bottles to solve this. If you drink a water bottle while in the magma fields, your heat will be decreased by 40. So, every time I get the message that I'm burning up, I drink a water bottle. Anyways, thank you for watching until the end of this video. This is a strat that has been brewing since the alpha was unveiled, and I'm really excited that it's actually meta. So, enjoy using this if you're good enough, and if not, I hope you liked learning about it.